Basically Nintendo, they just do bare minimum now, and people buy into it because it has the seal of Nintendo on it. So right away they're just you know, they gotta add it, they gotta they gotta have it, you know. And that's they have to also go through the criticism too. You know, Nintendo is not exempt from criticism, and that's the thing that I'm trying to get at with this whole thing. These scenes, like, you see it one time and you've seen it enough. Like, every single time you go to a different element is always the same story, basically. That's why I kind of gave up on this stuff. I'm fine with skipping it. I don't even care. Rebalancing, Princess Zelda. Could it be Princess Saw the Ancestors? Question upon the questions. Link, I have to ascend the throne, and blah, blah, blah. And it's always the same shit every time. So then, alright, now you're gonna give me your power, and you see, I never done this, and it's literally the same exact story every time. You know, now it makes me want to go back and play like Ocarina of Time and like Majora's Mask and shit like that, because like I remember those games being masterpieces back then, but then again, it was a different time where there weren't games like it. You know, it was very unique of that, to have that type of game. So that was a magical time for Nintendo, because they were actually innovating every single time they made a new game. Even Majora's Mask, you know, a lot of people like to say that, oh, Majora's Mask is basically, you know, Ocarina of Time 2 or whatever. But the thing is that both of those games, when you put them side by side, they're both very, very different in the way they play. One is about like the scale of time and trying to like make sure that you do everything within the same day, and you have to get all these masks and you have to do all this other extra shit. Like it felt like a completely different game from Ocarina of Time, which is a normal Zelda game that has, you know, normal Zelda elements. And the biggest thing that was so great about Ocarina of Time is when you transition from being a child to being an adult, and you see the world evolve. Like, it actually changes. So all those places that you've been to as a child, you go to as an adult, and it's completely different. So that was revolutionary. You know, even to this day, that still is a very revolutionary, like, just overall gameplay element, and like design and all that stuff. Like, it's amazing. But when you put Breath of the Wild and this game side by side, it's the same fucking game, but it's just new abilities. That's all you're getting, you know. And the abilities are great. I love the going through the wall thing, and I love the building stuff. But, you know, if all you're gonna be doing is just going through walls and building stuff, then that's pretty much the game, you know. Like, you might as well just had Breath of the Wild just have a DLC of this. Because that's exactly what this is. This is just, it feels like a giant DLC to Breath of the Wild, and that's it. That's why I don't recommend this for like $70 purchase. Like, if this game was like $40, then I would say go for it, because that's more like a DLC price or an expansion pack price, you know. So it will make more sense with that.